Oman Ghana ye say ye de amamra na echichiri man no ye di bu ye man.
No correct.
Na nipa bia fa hudie ene ne ahosane ehu hia nti ye constitution no ne fa pempa ye hyase a preamble no say in the name of Almighty God we yen until there's a vertical and a horizontal line almost like a cross a interaction at the center of which should be the love of nation, the love of the law. And you say minya akogan so boy de be bonu nyina chi suspicion ye wo nyina chi no ne hu son kopem say ye be bua no say wadi for. That's a cardinal principle. Prosecutors have no choice. If no matter how much they believe in the validity of their case or the strength of case.
So assembling na so.
Assembling na so no Kwame. Wo didi sa den kra ya mamra no say kopem say temuafo betene dom atietie asem adoso waka say kojo safo kojo nsafo poku ana say akogan ye bua no fo ye tie na sem wie ye no wo na wo di asem na tia no kra no ese say wo ma no bre say ni hu so nkopim say judge be kasa asem no Kwame you are turning some principle upside down and you know who is doing that?
Who?
Normally it is not the police or the BNI. It is Yoko and OSP whose whole constitutionality is in question. Now that's another matter for another day. Say Oman ye shada ye hu sa ye wi ase ye chichire man. Now I'll come to the worst response to that matter. Tamajera. Enti owura yi mo say we know your investigation, and that's why I'm saying it is beyond miracles. Because I told miracles no. His political party or woman no MPP as original. Meboa. Party na marshal in Crawford, ne dom woman kogu yoko. The police had now to go and intervene. Police Yoko could not. He took the police. The regional command. Yes.
Now some ye juma hand in hand.
And you be them hand in hand, Kwame.
Some your security agents.
Oh please. Yoko ne OSP need the same account, but the community ye be here no. My no kunko onza. But what I'm saying is that monko ye nyamran some ma obi no or ye state well recognized constitutional bodies ano. Ono na afre de oba beteto. Ade na said no man ono nye. But they na make can say miracles they say ni tie o MPP. Awoma esorejina ekwama no Kwame. Ye kwachi minua akogana. The party NDC for bekwa etiama no. Na ye che kwabna bonfe.
CPP Bebrim.
I'm not CPP.
I know. I'm pulling your legs.
Yes, I know. But I'm not. But even Kwame said Nimpo Beka said Madon CPP Danti.
Yeah.
CPP for Besoria. Now minua Isaac Oboku.
And they said despite media for Ibe
what kind of joke is that? And then a good deal no. Now maintain response me soon say that the opposite will say that and the tables will turn. The tables will turn. That's the worst response. I'm a different million. Yes, but it should never be the pattern. Na
waye boni anasi susu se waye boni a anya emran kwaso ne de nefa.
Thank you. Me say Kwame grant say waye boni wadi awu watwa nipa ti. Ye mra no say fa no ko atemu anim. Na ye nto na no ye musa na sem. Ye busa na no ye ode beba ye de besi nseni ani. Ye bua no for anase ye bua no dibem. Ye nyes hanieme. Ye se owura na tukwan oba ya che. Ena de na wunya fimu. to me tan and answer day. Yes, I did. Me say me, I feel threatened. Me crowd say my parties are nibida. Come now, me say they on your bida. And what it is telling me is say, Kwame Bisono, ya chin Crawford sada Ghana. But and now say omunye miracles abuaje Dennis. And now onye akogan. And now onye kwajo ensafo pokunti. Ne die no akoshi hodi. And they are crying and grieving inside them. How can you run a country that prides itself, say, freedom and justice, with so much injustice? Why? You have to make a coin. One night, team, one day now, may a ninka sabi, aday, or time, to me, dear time. Ya pray who pesika yentimi ndi. Kwame. Na me de I me ya kese pa. Any insense ya bano. The kind of responses that we give. Aye, ebi mo sha se e kan na no de. Bia esi ya na no so enya ye binum ye kaseti ase ya o. Conveniently Womo asabre no na womo no and then they want to refer to that to rationalize or justify the ekosone enti position aye hodu no na no se sade enye ene ye kasa enye no obehu na enu mom ani ataira ye ntimi nchichire man sa mani nyeye Kwame, I don't care and I really me miracles. I know him. Say your better.
Yeah, once
me Kwame. Apart from so ye nipa na misumi ye nipa no. Me ni reason bi ase se wadi boni a. Ye de ne famra kwan so a. Me Kwame bonfe. Me sorry say me kasa tia. But the me busa ne say enti dia ye de ye anu yi na anu yi no. Aye mra kwan no ana.
Enti ke anya den.
Chairman General. Asem no pa ye de asema. As we speak now, maintain information be a free yoko about.
Oh, I'm the crata bit to you.
Crata no, I'm the buyer almost say 55 million.
Yeah, yes.
Ura say 55 million. Ye Musa and Wasem. His word against their word. Now, Kwame, here is my point. Say, I'm passing mu investigating for 55 million. Mujidi ni say, say sikana afan insanse. Mu yoko mu need to me say, mu be buan for. Eye court na mo de beko. Enti court na mo de beko. Eni chiamuchi ni no. How does chiamuchi ni help case amode court? Ama yakobua no for say ampa 55 million na mo say ampa wafa no. Ebe bua no for. Kwame. How? Chiamuchi no. Eye chi no bi ene be ma court na kase ampa wafa na. That's my question.
Ebi ana mo yenhwehwem.
Na mo yenhwehwem Kwame. Chia mo che no. Sabi. Enne be ma mo hwehwem na wiam di ana. Any investigator who requires a suspect to justify the case is not investigating properly. I say one more omudi kwadu to ebo Yesu. Now ye busa dance for one yanya dance ni bia. Ye say ono ananu asem contrary to Jewish Roman law. Ye de onu ananu asem ene na eba begua no for. Eno kwa no asama omuzo mujira so dia ye no. Na omujira so ye a enye yi. Bi ene ye ayeye. Kwame ye nyai sa. Ye nyai sa na emoaye. Na matise minority free Attorney General to come and answer questions on this. Chairman General.
Yes, correct.
Minyaya, the call will invite Yoko without the Attorney General.
Just inka minority ye free Yoko mum. No be ya no.
Yes, even though I structurally no. Uhwemwa Yoko no. Omo tumi a omo de ye prosecution ade no. Attorney General ho no mo ye. And I have a problem. Nyame Kwame problem. I take a friend inspiration from the late Justice J.N.K. Taylor article or the unconstitutionality of the Serious Fraud Office 1994 legislative alert or making arguments, you know. And
the argument actually is also against OSP.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the police powers we have given them, the prosecutorial powers we have given them. Now when it suits us. Now we create officers to threateningly scarce resources to no effect. And instead say Attorney General say no Attorney General Dr. Dominic Ayine strength I minyi ni say omna suma remo acha say omunko yes hade no airport
obede hu
misi minyi ni because yonko no the way they operate they don't take instructions from the Attorney General daily, do they?
Not that I know.
And they should honor the acha no ne outfit and omunko ko answer question on that. Kwame when you dey kan and then under this regime aba bakumienu miensa for how long shall this impunity continue? Now there yani how we politicians, I mean can say we those politicians omunya privilege banya or my to me we've entrusted them into their hands.
Yeah, they are sure, sir.
Kwame say in fact, the assurance is a difference. They are born to hold for a while. A court not only to me or will say you see canafa or to me there or will say you see canafa. And then time change the what is your principle? Even among thieves there is honor. You can steal from anyone, but when you steal from a fellow thief, they'll kill you. That's a standard, that's a principle, and they stick to it. Politicians there, sabi binum, there's no principle. When you are in government or you have power entrusted into your hands, you speak differently. When you are in opposition or you don't have that power, you talk differently. Why? Be principled. Someone general, mekanu we are the mekanina say, and yet the usual parliament are friend on memo explanations. Now end the whole. We must bring closure to this kind of impunity. It is impunity, Kwame, to the extent that Ochinipano, who we are, Yoko Nachino, and our impose bail conditions. You have to go to the High Court to go and vary those terms. And your court may impose here. Why do we have to do this? What kind of caricature of an arrangement is that? Let's have a real look at our criminal justice system.
Talking about impunity, story view graphic front page. Continues on page 2. Graphic employee assaulted by Nungwa police officers. It's shocking, isn't it?
Yes. Now, I walk my kind of story, no. Police for yes, it's a no more day or more day or so koto kinky.
Or koto do kramanima.
Manima. Wanaka pulu. The form. That town.
We are robber.
And Kwame, you see that thing is so unprofessional, eh? And a brute force. The Ghana police is police service, not police force. So it brings to mind the question of training, the kind of training that we give. And the caliber of people, Nipa Yama, we are qualified to go into the police administration and service. The form, Nipa no from no be the idea frinachi, no I want. We are robber. Then a chess or am robber. Or be all koto kinky diakoma. We are seeing no chairman general. Or coco report too. Or say or chomo before consume. You come see the BNT. You did not try you money hankofono. Gigi. There are some friend in yours a day. Then he got out. And on no police case. Ewonungwa. Odruanuma. Police for 4 years had an or pointed back or deny. Because you cannot accept this. Democracy must be demonstrated. It's not just the declarations.
Anyway.
Yes,
Chairman General, good morning. Today is an Aman 4 day. Good morning to senior Kabila and senior Aku from Cycles. I said,
I'm for the open your did
said Nipan was said said we also poke where I knew a height.
I'm for no munya did
so Amutu
and I'm about for your did oh
I'm winning what I know we have mystery. I'm Manco Poguari Mo.
Oh,
who's had the no
Miss Sam Cook.
I am who's had the
Coco near and your prep
Kwame, that's a pa.
And your prep Pukua like
I now, Anka Samuel and topic no incubation topics no.
I mean him Sapa, Miss Samwa. Nya minim say
school. Kwame, Obiko school fienum.
Kwajo.
Ni a say ni green.
Kwajo.
Ede pa agime the ability.
Kwajo.
Ya show be green.
Kwajo. Because we bebu.
Sorry.
Medium
so bias kakra. Obiko for ya fa ho adwene.
Debi.
Kwame, we don't bias.
Kwame bias too.
So oya santi this you.
I am torn between.
Kwame, don't be torn.
Me ba
oya santi this you.
Na santi this year nye ne ko
What is the flag of?
Ye ne ko
Asante man flag here.
Kwabra.
Asante man flag kan here den.
Kwabra ma me ncho ni ntia me torn. So ni say papa ko fo papa.
That's right.
Thank you.
Me immediate neighbor next door. Aye rap team Mr. Victor Asante.
Okay.
Yes. Onusu opoku
I me call form one on
Danny Hall prefect.
Yes.
And opoku are for Emma. Omo ma me number crowd. Me number no say dey.
Prison number.
Rapti AF.
Only AF 12.
Yes, Rapti.
But me omo ma me say K70. Omo ma me like ordinary number bi.
Yes.
It's me dey about prepare no opoku are.
Onkabi.
David. Napo yemini.
So all ka say a man for a green because Asante my flag. Asante my flag na three colors. Cream.
That be so you isolated green.
Kwame, cream nim.
Me say
me nu anke
cream nim gold.
See
see how it is say you know green aka
Kwabra me da wase yanka prepare yanka prepare poku are
mechia ketechifo a mechia ketechifo
nya minim na ne say prepare ebedi Asante man so.
That's right.
Nya minim say opoku ware ebedi Asante man so.
That's right.
And am me ton.
Yes.
I have both Prempe and Opoku friends.
And I Kwame Prempe college net say northern sector ni nyina ni.
And Monfa. Nyahwe.
Ama nkamo maka ni nyama yiram.
Anything buy.
That's right.
But you me twaso.
And you produce president.
Thank you.
The best so far in this fourth republic.
So one call Prempe, one call Chimota, untumi the president.
Yo yate.
Na mpacho President Mahama ku school be.
Achimota primary. Achimota primary.
Secondary school.
Secondary school. School be.
Achimota secondary.
Achimota.
And Rollins school be.
Achimota.
Okay.
But Ekufado anko Achimota.
Now Rollins are go di. Rollins no.
Let's move on.
So one way there.
Let's move on.
Obi say Nyantechi in Sweden. Chairman General, good morning. Please remind Senior Ako that we did an update on 24-hour economy, Formula 133.
He's right.
And then Ohene Yabua, my Professor Kabila, and my very good friend Akogan. I'm listening and watching live from Sunyai, your man Nkura. Ohene says, Dr. Bonfe, we are sorry, but definitely the tables will indeed turn. And then Deborah says, good submission from Dr. Bonfe. Kwabdan Kruma simply says, Dr. Kabila. And then our country has endless and countless pressing issues. Yet government seems more focused on arresting political opponents than solving the problems affecting citizens. Misplaced priorities and SJ fee. And then Chairman, Kabila has humbled me with his submission this morning. Without political affiliation in Ghana, you are nothing. We should just remember what goes around comes around. Welcome to freedom, miracles. God is in control. Gasti man in Brekum. Kwajo, what drink?
Kwame, say me fitia sia chia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the leader of the MPP. Now, ma congratulate omo ye constituency executives a ye omo weekend ye twemu no me omo nyina dibem. No so to me enya positions no omo ni bia enkambom ni enya adwumaden. De ekoso ewo kroi mu no se de minua Kabila kan no ehadwene. Look, Kwame, meshe obi a wotie nkran ene Kabila ahye ne nkran se MPP emba ban mu emma ye focus embe ye se ye ba be retaliate. Se moka Dr. Bawumia's with the MPP leadership, forming committees and all the committees to look at the various policies able to me Ghana fan into my pay. Kwame,
yeah.
So if the presidents that will come do 8 years, me and you will probably not see more than 4 presidents.
Debbie, Nieko.
Right? There isn't time to waste. And they are not Juma to her full time to come to the forefront of politics. Michelle more business in crime said they should come to the forefront. Say young Cambo, Nayam, Bois, and Ukraine. In 30-40 years from now, war will be gone. And Ghana will be as we met it and how we will leave it. Look, Kwame, there's a trend. Now, you say there are so many ways to kill a cat. NDC forecast Zambia, no feel say so we want to fight corruption and idea it does not fight corruption. What idea to me katashishe say udo bi ko adu odina ko jina court na court of competent jurisdiction now finding the guilty adanse modru why investigation now odina ko jina court now wakoda ifiase and the fight corruption hwe yenua province and nam krum ha
boss
Edwin province boss oyese otu kwan odru airport eni echi no almost a year now what is say Yoko the provincial court. Thank you. Hanan, Mose our case. Hanan akoji permission or court. So Otu Kwine, Odru Airport and Amoche no. What is our release statement and going to Amoche Hanan?
Almost say or try so could you
there was no statement. They have not released a statement. There is no statement from Yoko on why they arrested Hanan.
But a deputy attorney general.
That was a Facebook post. Meaning Kwame Nkrumah Facebook post need a year juma.
Meet you.
Yeah, the official statement and told they know. Omo they cast out to ya. Deputy Attorney General no. Yeah, Facebook post a year juma. Then miracle. Oh say a see no. Na NDC propaganda boys ni be brain no muntin we be ase no. Yeah man yes another kind of writer. Na ni people refuse Otu Kwan. E chire no mehu say we tu kwan ya oba. Kwame Mr. So we see obi aye boni. O friend na oba. Waba several times helping you with investigations. Oba ye no want me anfa na nko ni fi anko search ho. Oba ye no edie na oni ne kan ya also onko no besa te wonka. In fact also the time bia o friend na oba. Miracle you be say unhu ne kra at least or TV and radio twice or 3 times a week. What two kwan oba. Obedru ya na wache no. Oti no. Yenim say from your own letter no Kwame. O say why your investigation group pempesu bia wo kra no why you adwen say o be chire that week no. Yenim say why your investigation we dia the next stage is what? Court. Enti wo che no o de kwa du bono e de na kugina court. Miracle akoda ho from ono ananum no. O say that issue never came up. Man to me anfa kwa du na mbona anfa na anko court. Yankotia Mose mama ni bail of 50 million Ghana cedis. Now, Kwame, Ghana have property bail of 50 million Ghana cedis. How many properties are Obibenya? Now, in the area of Ghana, Kwame say one year bo ukwadua and this America krona one now post bail no. Want to be for Japan ye emma bail wa Ghana.
Oh really?
Yes. You can bail yourself.
This is a surety.
Surety is never bail you.
But how about the self-cognizance bill?
The self-cognizance anything you okay. See, I say call on self-recognizance because in himself with their own we have said Kwame say to the be our Peace FM. The police so call Kwame them make sure me we be our to know their call. And no na we can wasem no. But you can say 3 sureties 2 to be justified that means also company pay me no a. Omo we Japan worth 50 million Ghana cedis.
And you better
Kwame ejapadia be me papa ne me nana ne poku transport oba Kumasi ejapadia ne endi na
no correct
minimum ejapadia ye wo Kumasi a 50 million Ghana cedis PTSC wono na 50 million cedis with almost $5 million. Franchimbra me nana ne building the first poku transport estate in Ashanti region. Now the more poku are headmasters netnum. I don't think that over can estate in Yabo be do 50 million Ghana cedis. eti mi kojo poku mi ti hey ene wo famia meda ho ama afia so let alone obi a onamo eye na djuma enti Kwame ukoka obi so na mo kai wayomi ye man 54 million o kai we ye man say na omo refer say the minua Kabila kan no wrong is wrong and the MPP is wrong and the NDC is wrong. Ye repeat it na obi koka say the tables will turn na ebinimo pimples apai. But you see a bedroom pempensu bi a anhwe Kwame ye frɛ se be ye Aban adwuma o yere no obusun for ma wonko. Because enei you see first ubetumi akotena adwum mu dan ye wadwuma finchem uwia upia obi anu ni asem.
Yeah.
Kwame enei you don't need to do something finchem to be arrested. So why you boni say onye boni Aku decided say why you boni that's it final. Because Aku has no intention of taking that case to court.
Your friend Aku dia na ye na oba o.
Aku.
Asin Akueje. Akugan.
Bra Kwame me da crash no.
Oh the that shame me hwe. Enti Kwame, the Akobani say,
Ubo we bufu pa.
The Akobani say,
me tie na we ni tete ho.
Say obika say why you bonia.
Yes.
Anka first no, oh, yes wako via bibi e bia no e kronfo. Obusuafo nyina hu ni say why you boni. Enei ehia say why you boni.
Yes.
Because nipa bebrea ene uko social media ye ka o masem no omo nya hwe because obi akran tumi fa omo nko gina court embo omo kwadu enso na social media so my boni the yampo ni say omo san di obi a omo na ese o tueska ebe ka ho ene social media for say oh miracle ni accountant akuwieska accountant dey o tua ni
yes Gerard appear.
Yes,
but from what Martino appear no anya connected to this.
Thank you. So sa letter na mo try na mo de Gerard appear ne be ka ho no na ase ne say
some say is refunding the loot.
Yes, but why do you have to put that when now they no be share miracle letter mu? The two are not, you see, a difference and match you together. Kwame, my investigation, my charge Kokojo Pukune Kwame Sefa kan. They took the letter to Kwanya. Now Kwame Sefa kan dia why no? Only Kokojo Puka because there is a conspiracy between the two. And they ye ni katashi secret ebia akodi kwadu o court I say miracle ni surgery ada piano o my bibia bo. But obi atro krata ama ene obi gina social media say miracle ni accountant no mpene ho asem because o tieska no. Mo guni panani mu ase meanwhile okotena ho no man ka sa sika no asem. Kwame said the minua Kabila kan no I don't think say ekuro no the NDC
Oman no
I don't think say NDC is happy to build a united country. They are not interested. Omu feel say yo to hell yeah winning ya ba mu ya be wa ba mu 15-20 years and the MPP agu. Meanwhile Urefi said votes are unya in 2020 no and one na unya in 2024 plus 100,000 and now the winning by 2 million. I don't know why the NDC does not sit and look at those numbers. That you get unya number B in 2020, you get the same number in 2024, just 100,000 more. Now they're winning by 2 million votes. Now ababemu na oye emento asem. Na o chichinipa. Now we kasanye. We say you are not even bringing unfanipa in kambum and your made in kambum beba. Mona mosemo de adwuma ma mbabunu no said you be krata abaye no or twen 133 na mo de ayo mo 419 mona mosemo bema adwuma mo baya omo wo adwuma no obepam mo Kwame enam ti hey unim say me mate be frame me na ire aye adwuma of VRA for so many years and we rise to acting managing director on baye o mapam no nipa no onyama nyosem onye bibia mi senior baako a oye raptib ya owo Ghana Standard Authority ono so AF sa Ghana Standard Authority omo baye ono so omo domani asini so omo pese omo yi no efri ho omo aye career they say why ye adwuma ya fa no waba why ye adwuma 25 years 20 years just because we are rising to certain position no mo baye mo pamo de mo tan omo nyina ni na motena ho kase mo be wa aban mu 24-25 years Ghana ni ben ne papa ne wofa ni nua bi amapam no obesa to abama mu biem Kwame miracle asem de eya na ye nyina no ye danyame asese nra no watumi akodu fie na busuafo ehu no adwuma ye no ya na enye yen e kan ye nko ade anka ye very stubborn na unua bi oyiri bi minim boy bi a omokofa na ne ire anyinsan a opon ye na nyere anyinsan adenta kumi omokofa no ne ire pon ye enti me say no me ma me aka ba bi but me ma me nanfofo ne ma me nwan mo ho no omo te se bibia to me a even when ye call round time a jonkuma wuye no
yeah
nyame fa the currency
amen
na who say ba so say poison bi den that an ye campaign no wo ho na anti we afre kujo ma yan die we na wo kwa de aduane adu achi de chese ni pause by 5
yeah
mame 4 ni antis a omo pese wo hwe wo hu yie because omo nya nim so omo de hie ba ko pa aka eno enti nei no ebi anka ye no de ka ye nko ade anka ye mfa ho na miracle koda ho 3 days yi hwe abusua anua ene emma omo nso atwa. And that is something that NDC for no, they don't seem to get it. Arrogance of power. See about 24 years. Hey, Muhibi but man, see what on Joy News, the NDC Wonder Mandilo or say miracle Saturday and Numre and immigration eche miracle and na omo de ma yoko Sunday morning. Aku kontia or say miracle do airport no. Ena yoko for operatives ekoye enne ko kasa ino mu which is which get there no correct
yeah
immigration eche no nomde ma yoko Sunday morning and I say yoko for the chain Saturday you no yeah no which is which
you heard me speaking.
No, I did not. Tell me which what is it. So the NDC is lying.
You did not hear me.
NDC also assembly banner true mo na fe na koye the facts are different. Two can't be true. The NDC yesterday on Joy News say immigration echi miracle Saturday and and the ma yoko Sunday morning. So they were justifying the 48 hours no. Kwame,
yeah.
And then
the 48 hours has nothing to do with who does the arrest.
No.
Once somebody's freedom has been
you are saying
say police no say military no as at the time I say no that is why the time start counting not when it was given to anybody.
Who arrested
so don't put the two together.
Hold on please. Who arrested Miracle? Was it the immigration that arrested Miracle Saturday evening and gave Miracle to Yoko on Sunday morning, or Yoko arrested him Saturday evening?
What does that change?
It changed a lot.
Like what? Example.
Kwame,
tell me what it changes.
Let's move on.
We're moving on.
Let's move on because Ghana for who say moya trofo edisi
Chairman General
moya trofo
Chairman General
it doesn't matter who arrested who
ye ka trofo
na nti they say mo ma me mpon
na Vanessa menya mo 11
na anya mo 11 na mo wie dede they say me pon
dabi
Chairman General
me pon kwabra
me be say me ka kire menua Godwin Akogan
what boni din nyina
senior Ghana cannot be reduced to because it is not just NDC MPP.
But semi by NDC. Minority in parliament, is he inviting Yoko or Attorney General? Who is he inviting? Kabila?
Ago driver be also driving boat your friend Ernest Ejari or some country say moya no one ban on so TV. Inti boat driver any Ernest Ejari only kwadwonya ako me dem mama na ma ako say onye kom no bia no na mpese mutie bi
yeti studio ha no me kasai not in the shades or shadows of either party but as a Ghanaian Kojo akane de waka de me ka cho say untumi reduce Oman yi to just the two of you.
And who is reducing that?
Pacho.
No, who is reducing that?
At this point.
Please.
No, who is reducing it?
Me ka say mu no me ka asem bi o sha ase no na o twe ache masem na adane no. Let me restate. Me my trust studio ha, and I'm happy you mentioned my brother Gregory Afoko. Why I so cheno near more formu any the idea ni nyinara. I spoke against it, I wrote against it, I jubilated when he was released. Fortunately for me bump into him at Kempinski long after a bit after I release no. Enti me kase the air cost on them. And this will be called for and not the rationalize. This is why I'm saying so. Because when it happened then I spoke against it.
Kabila,
Kabila,
that is you.
But this me talking.
What's the position
so when you are
of
responding, please. But why is it you an MPP?
What is the position of MPP?
Just you an MPP.
What's the position of MPP?
Kwame,
send me to me, Paul.
and I want to I want to make this population argument.
Kwame, Mr. You can't come
Senior, bro, what's the book on me? I am one position now who take no me say bro
last thing will be arrogance.
Me say
Kabila,
bro
associate arrogance
hold
to
on,
me.
hold on.
Never.
Let me
Never.
When you were talking, I sat here quiet.
Yes, but you don't call me arrogant.
I didn't say you arrogant.
Oh, that's what Obianka saw.
Me that's how you
Did you say
arrogant.
what he said?
No, he didn't say
You didn't listen. I didn't listen to what I said.
No, I said that.
What I
But
said.
when you see the word arrogant.
Man can't just say arrogant.
No, please.
It's implied.
Stop that.
Ako, yen na ye support for communication officer.
Yes,
Now,
stop that.
say Subawe na de baba de ebebo buga.
Chairman General.
Because one friend arrogant.
No, but what did he say?
No.
Brown wants it.
Be fair.
Brown wants it is only used for an arrogant person.
No.
Ako.
When is at almost any point, I'll be on your side. But this one, you're wrong. Obika said, Brown wants me cancer, mon cancer, we arrogant.
Oh, Brakwame.
Ebi said, now cancer was so. Because
because tone down more number from an IBB is different from
Oh, na tone down a tree.
What's that?
Tone down a tree.
Because more number from so man.
Okay. Aku mo number from.
See there.
Kwame mo number from.
Chairman General, me come asema me be kan wi a obetima se dinti a me se bre wase ne enkasa no. Chairman General.
Meet here.
Party any government. And so ya ha me say NDC in government.
Nasa NDC in the former government.
That be Kwame, it's not true.
It is true.
It is the NDC sponsored candidate who became president.
And we informed
that forms government. And your party, no.
I agree with him.
Our constitutional arrangement.
Yes. Kabila. Exactly what I was going to say. Say we you are just nitpicking.
But Kwame, I've always made that position.
But Maminka Assembly Minia Akogan Entimase. The attitude of the security and its implications on governance should be studied by all governments, especially in Ghana, following the aftermath of the 24th February 1966. The key architects, Deku, Hale, anyone who account. Chairman General,
yeah.
Who said Deku and Hale were in charge of police and CID?
Yeah.
They were the ones who were in charge of the detention of JB Dankwa. And most of the detainees under PDA. Nkrumah is said on record to have requested, say, there appear to be too many persons in prison under PDA. Hale and Deku said they needed to be there. Ye two Nkrumah 24 February, no? Kwame.
Yeah.
First announcement a free fadni kotokamu ye to justify, rationalize the overthrow of Nkrumah.
Was PDA.
PDA.
Yeah.
Not only PDA, the death of JB Dankwa in prison under PDA.
The same security agencies.
No more justify the entire Dankwa demu no. Ye tu Nkrumah no. Ye say Dankwa da mu a owu ye no e ka ho bi ne ye tu Nkrumah.
He was complaining.
Mepa, me we are government. Now when you're concerned with security posturing, and as Oman to me, I de air niema biseya. Not me do ya kakra because ya de abako sema de agro. De to so bi Kwame. Come in here na podi say or anwa ka say you invite no. Invitation is different from arrest. Who invite you obia? Enonko and I say watch you be so and uncle. And they are different. In any case, Sabi. Are we saying say ye Yoko, say ye OSPO, ye nipa womuni Aban mu ne enkwa na ye bone. I say we invite Oman. Are we not worried about this? Anytime I cast a chassis no, Chairman General say we a bro miracle so. Ye democracy. Any kwan ye fa so dia ye adwuma. Enye declarations no. Yes ye gidi say Kabila min Kabi. Na mom dia ne ye ya ama amamra no adi mu. Yes obi ne hu son kopem say judge beka say ye buafo. Enti ne ma na ye no. E ma ne dia dance say ampa nipa no hu son ana de ye no ye danya ne abutu say nipa no odi fo kopem so obeda na di say only for. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm saying me enye de edi kan me kan. I'm tired talking about it regime after regime. We won't let your parties and look, if the parties were even organized properly in Ghana, many of our problems will not be where we are today. The Chairman General made a mesre. Yenka unu say, o maina ye chichire no. Emfa obaku fo binkwa, anaku obaku binkwa. Why are we not uniting? Are you telling me only persons in NDC or who subscribe to NDC have the brains to govern? What has happened to all inclusiveness? What has happened to balance? Senior, these are the things that we should address our minds to. Now, most trying more time so I say I don't know me time. The entire me time is there. Not just say adia na e wo ho no. Ya nyina ye jitu say enye. Anya no ya nso anu. Me de be yo no de ayeme. And na make say that's what you have been doing and it's not good enough. Minia Dr. Opuni, Chairman General, how many times did I not talk about it?
Yeah.
And please, I mean, the fact that who is main opponents, MPP for, and that's all no Musi Akano. Me pesa oti asese, Omana ye chichiro Chairman. Statistically, my membership, NDC membership, and 2 million. MPP membership, and 2 million. We are talking about a population of 35 million people. Osha voter population no cry can say electoral register about we are about 18 million people. You to about nanu ya votes that were cast, any votes counted. You did declare President Mahama a president of the republic no. A new 12 million put together. Not for votes or the winning here. So you are not in the majority as political parties running this country. That's all I'm trying to say.
Point to Ahmed Kabila.
Bring everybody along.
There's a quick correction before I go. No, quick one. Quick correction, Mr. A quick correction of Abu.
You see, this issue of security posturing na Kabila Edebaye. We all saw videos at Yoko where Coca Eddie police for barricades. Eddie Pim, your friend is a police for. Did you see them react? Did you see some of the things that the MPP time the year when lawyer friends and law students were going on demonstration? Did you see some of those things happening? Sometimes Kabila's effort to put all politicians, including CPP, into one basket, it shouldn't wash.
Have I done that here?
Maybe. Who can say MPP,
politicians be no?
Oh, Kabila. Who can say MPP, NDC? Yendu 2 million, yendu 4 million.
Yes.
And that is the truth. Are you not putting politicians together into one basket? Sir, it is. Sir, okra ba, and we fair. But it looks as it's difficult for some people to say, NDC, apart from everything, you were able to do this thing very well. But because you want to put everything in a box, then you say say Anna security for namoso, then it chips away your votes and all that. What happened at Yoko? You should applaud the police. Nobody abused anybody's rights. Military folkra and what did they do? They came to stand there, cordon the area. What they say, Pierre Obipo. let's be very careful about the way that we want to politicize some things and put everybody in one box.
Point one noted.
Maybe a next ones when I'm
how does the conduct of the police and the military goes to NDC?
Point one made.
How does the conduct of the
I have exactly 10 minutes.
Yes, but
if you're going to go around in circles, I'm done.
Because
I have it now, 10 minutes.
Okay. Or Kasano, or Kasembi, or say, or try so be manner you say, Rollins time, investigations cause so, me pacho. Kwame, I'm saying maybe I know war between 81 and 90. Rollins time,
81
investigation.
81 your democracy.
No, but also Rollins time.
81 your democracy.
Your statement was Rollins time.
PNDC led Liman was president.
So not Rollins war.
81.
Okay,
81 is Rollins.
On no 81 Rollins baby, you know. And I'm starting
31st December. Hold on.
Rollins corrected the prayer on the Kabila.
Bro. 31st December. Rollins came 31st December 1981.
Yes. The coup even being labeled 81 cannot be correct because it succeeded only 1st January 1982.
Okay, so let's move on. From 82, let's
not civilian government in 1981.
Let's not use that.
So don't use Rollins.
Okay, hold on. 1982 to 1990. What investigations went on in Ghana? It's not. It was under Rollins.
Different.
I wanted to correct that.
We are talking about constitutional
you want to
rule.
change history. Say Rollins in Mreso. Please, let's stop that thing. Whenever we mention Rollins, we want to make it look like Rollins in Mreso was investigation.
Hey,
what investigation? For you, that's
yes,
let's move on. But for you, let's move on. But let's not. But let's not mention Rollins and investigation in one sentence. Kwame, look, the most important thing about Ghana, and he said. Yema yasumun dweyen because yesu obi 50 million Ghana cedis intino ye di ne fa hundie so. A Greek ministry has spent 245 million Ghana cedis aton koko ama ebinumo aye nkoko na hwe wo mo. Minister na numte osenkofo awe we are sending the video. Na ya na ye kase eya na ugina platform so eka asem in your campaigner and chrese bribe fa Ghana for sika our hard-earned money ebeye experiment. Kwame, obi o wa bambia nim say the problem with poultry is the feed. Mo ba mu no munim say problem with poultry is your feed because Elmo manifesto. Mo nya feed no ho hwe. Mo drimika ekofa iska wo Ministry of Finance ekoye akoko kitenkete. Knowing very well, say, more resolve feed problem, no. Then 3 months later, go and launch the feed program. And then there's a problem between a Greek ministry and the finance ministry because at the first in the who say, Sika no nibi, kakao de bama monosono, mon fanya de pa. Until now, that's why at the first is not releasing money to any ministry because one, only can be. One who report to be about for Ministry of Energy, World Bank for Skebi Omodemayen.
Yeah.
Most of the actions have not started because no commitment from the Ministry of Finance to start projects. And because of that, the World Bank for Amaye unsatisfactory and lowered our energy sector recovery program. No, Oma lowered it to unsatisfactory. The most important thing is baby, I say this is kakoshe eye ni ye no. Ye amanyosema ehunhia. Kwame 245 million Ghana cedis. Ofre Boris B. Edimana ene anka probably he will be the biggest poultry farmer in West Africa. Odi akoton kokon kitenkete ache ama supporters. Ama eneno omavi is going to waste. But me I say back what me can say at least 15 million on the year confirm no. And you took away Ghana nya so mfaso. And then 245 because connect the at least omunya protein kakra. Oma we nya protein. But they also Ghana for who say sa de na NDC for 133 na koye 149 sorry akoye 419 nkoko kitenkete and then yes ya we nkoko no say what is the way forward for this party here and only policy here all ba be here. Ma no chat to Kwame